Perez joins us on Ohio Sports Magazine to talk about the latest in professional sports. Welcome, or should I say bienvenidos.
Thank you, Jay, for having us. Excited to be here and to talk a little bit about the team of the city. You know, the only women's professional team in the state of Ohio, the Columbus Fury.
Well, let's start at the beginning. How did all of this get started? The league, the teams, the whole concept?
Yeah, so this league started last year, was the first season of the league. It started, Dave Winham started this league. The concept was to try to bring all this amazing talent that the U.S. exports to leagues all around the world to come home and play in front of, you know, their families, in front of their friends, and, you know, to be the next big women's professional league in the States. You know, I think the last couple of years, women's sports have been on the rise, and volleyball, it's the only sport that was not a major league here in the States, you know, and I think people that follow the sport know that the U.S. is the biggest export of talent to leagues around the world. So I think that was the concept behind the league. First season, I thought went great. 7 teams. The fact that this is second season and another team will be added to the league speaks highly of the league, and everybody is excited about second season.
So there is a big Ohio name involved. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and his parents have joined the ownership group of the Columbus Fury and have also been investors in the league itself. What prompted Joe and his family's involvement?
Yeah, I think Jimmy and Robin and Joe and the Burrows family had a relationship with the founder of the league, and I think from there the concept was sold to them about this league and about the opportunity of growing women's sports and empowering, you know, the new generation of women through sports. I think that kind of got to them, and I think that's why they're here involved in this. And being Ohio natives, made sense for them to invest in the Columbus Fury.
So does that mean that during the regular season, when the Bengals are off, we might see Joe Burrow at a Fury game?
Well, last season he came in the off season. He came to one of the games, opening night, and he was there. I haven't spoken to him for this year, but hopefully he will come around at least one game. So his father and his mother are there in every match. They're number one supporters. You know, they're sidelined there, and but Joe, you know, has a busy plan and a busy life. So
absolutely. When actually is the season? What months do you play?
So currently we started our preseason about a week ago. The season starts January 11. Starts our season. The PBF starts the 9th of January, but our first match is the 11th of January here at Nationwide. It's a 28-game season, which runs from January till mid-May, having the championship the 12th of May this season. So it's a 5-month league with a month and a half of preseason training. So it's a November, end of November to mid-May kind of league.
Now, you said you're playing at Nationwide Arena. What kind of modifications have to be made to the floor to support volleyball?
Yeah, it's interesting. We're not the only ones actually playing on top of an ice rink. There's Las Vegas also has the same situation. Atlanta also has the same situation. So first time we put the court out there was really fun. You know, it's like every other whenever there's a spectacle there, they have it's like a piece of wood kind of plastic that goes over the ice, and then on top of that another floor, and then we put our floor. So it's a process, but it's worth it once our court was set up there, and the crowd and everybody came in. It was an amazing experience to have that set up there in that amazing arena, because Nationwide, it's a great venue. So we're excited and happy to be there.
What is the enthusiasm level like for women's pro volleyball as opposed to, say, women's pro basketball in the WNBA?
No, I think volleyball, I think it's the only sport that it's woman dominant. It's more popular female volleyball than men's volleyball, and I think that is something that we've seen at the NC2A level. The last couple of years, women's volleyball is the third most viewed sport, in the nation, behind football, basketball, and then it's women's volleyball. So all around the U.S., there's sold-out crowds at colleges that wasn't seen, 10 years ago. But the opportunity for this woman to earn a living and doing something that they love here in the U.S., in their home country, I think that's the reason that this league it's being successful as it is.
So in the first season, you guys finished in a three-way tie for last place with 8 wins and 16 losses. What are the plans for this coming season?
Yeah, so hopefully we have a better situation this year. Our goal is to be in the top 4. We did some changes on the roster. Only kept 2 of the players from last season and try to rebuild. We're trying to build for the future, so we try to build a young team now with a lot of local players and players that are around the Midwest that would like to stay here and make this home, so we can then create our culture moving forward. So this season, we have 5 Ohio natives in our roster. We got a couple of girls from Kentucky, a girl from Indiana. So we're trying to get the best talent in the Midwest to try to build a team that represents the city well, and hopefully, be there on the top 4 and try to fight for that championship.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. We want to thank Angel Perez from the Columbus Fury. And there's more Ohio Sports Magazine straight ahead right here on the Ohio News Network.
Common Man and T-Bone are known for many things. And while great radio ain't one of them, shoving food down their gullets is their specialty. Join Man and Bone for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Live at 3 or on the podcast.
Your home for fat. The Fan.
Year-end pricing. New Kias under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
$5? You see, Max, the holidays drive everyone crazy. Especially Great Lakes Kia.
Hi, mister.
Ah!
Did you hear? Year-end pricing.
Thanks, kid, but my credit's in the doghouse. No offense, Max.
If you've got a job, you ride.
A job, eh? Go on.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All 3 under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
New 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with 3rd row seating. All 3 under $5 a day. Save thousands.
Thousands?
And we have 0% financing.
I'm warm. I'm tingly. I can't take it.
You're happy.
New Kias under $5 a day.
During the season of New Tradition sales event.
Great cars.
Great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Treat your family to savory Meyer ham and make any meal a holiday feast. Now through December 24th, a delicious Meyer spiral sliced half ham is just 79 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1, no clipping necessary. Discount automatically applied when your M-Perks ID is entered to checkout. Get a 12-pack of King's Hawaiian Rolls for just $3.99. Meyer brand canned vegetables are 39 cents each, and 16-ounce Meyer butter quarters are only $2.99. Incredible taste and low prices make the holidays a good deal better. Exclusions apply. Go to the Meyer app for details.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Is your home ready for winter? Is your home ready for merriment this time of year? If your windows are drafty, your guests are going to be cold. You should probably take care of that. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. If you act right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. There's no limit. You buy 4, you get 4. You get 20, you get 20. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 whole years of interest-free payments. Call them today, 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit UWD.com.
Bob and Teresa Capaccia here at Worthington Jewelers. Thinking of proposing this holiday season? Find the perfect ring to capture your love.
Family owned for 25 years with over 1,500 styles and a relaxed, no-pressure atmosphere.
Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to HIMSS.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to HIMSS.com/joy.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
The 2024 high school boys football state championship games have been played, and Ohio Sports Magazine has the recaps. In Division I, Powell Olentangy Liberty beat Cincinnati Archbishop Moeller 28-14. Christian Moulton caught 3 touchdown passes, and Jake Struck accounted for 197 all-purpose yards and a score to lead Powell Olentangy Liberty to the victory. Olentangy Liberty wins its first state title in its first trip to the state championship game and completes a postseason run in which it held all 6 opponents to 14 points or fewer. In Division II, Avon beat Cincinnati Anderson 20-13. It was a frigid, snow-covered field at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium on that day, and Avon quarterback Nolan Good ran for 190 yards and a score and passed for 143 yards and a touchdown to lead his team to the victory and the Division II state championship game. Avon posted 437 yards of offense in these conditions, and the Eagles' defense came up with 2 fourth-quarter stops to seal the win. Avon capped a perfect 16-0 season with its first state title, while Anderson, 15-1 on the season, finished runner-up for the second time to go along with their state title in 2007. In Division III, Columbus Bishop Watterson edged out Toledo Central Catholic 19-14. Columbus Bishop Watterson scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, including Drew Belisari's 9-yard run with 1:29 remaining to rally past Toledo Central Catholic in the Division III state championship game. Watterson finished the season a perfect 16-0 and claimed its third state title in school history, with the others being 2002 and 2010. Toledo Central Catholic finished the season 14-2 and finished runner-up for the second time. They also did it in 2015 to go along with 5 state titles in the school's history. In Division 4, Janeda Hutton Indian Valley beat Sandusky Perkins 37-36. Grady Kinsey carried 36 times for 247 yards and scored 5 touchdowns to lead Indian Valley to the win in the Division IV state championship game. Indian Valley finished 16-0 on the season, and this was their first football state championship game appearance. Perkins finished the season 14-2, and they finished the runner-up for the first time to go along with the state title they won back in 1999. The teams combined to score touchdowns on each of the game's first 10 possessions, minus Indian Valley taking a knee to end the first half before Indian Valley's defense forced a turnover on downs deep in its own territory in the game's closing minutes. The offenses posted a combined 850 total yards, but in opposite fashions. Indian Valley rushed for 355 yards and passed for 54, while Perkins threw for 370 yards and rushed for only 71. In Division 5, Ironton beat Liberty Center 28-17. Ironton's Sean Terry caught 10 passes for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns, and ran for a 67-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter and intercepted a pass to end Liberty Center's final possession as they claimed victory in Division 5. Terry took control of the game early, catching touchdown passes on both of Ironton's first 2 possessions. Terry finished with 291 all-purpose yards, 148 receiving, 75 rushing, 35 punt return, 33 interception run on 14 total touches. Schreck completed 15 of 21 passes for 171 yards and the 2 touchdowns to Terry, and he rushed for 43 yards and a score. Ironton won its 3rd state championship, the other 2, 1979 and 1989, respectively. Liberty Center is runner-up for the 2nd straight year and 4th time overall to go along with the 1997 state title. In Division 6, Coldwater beat Kirtland 31-7. Balin Blockberger completed 8 of 12 passes for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miles Potcotter ran for 127 yards and a score, and Coldwater won the Division 6 state championship game. Coldwater finished the season 15-1 and claimed its 8th state title, becoming the 6th school with at least 8 OHSAA football state championships. All 8 of Coldwater's titles have come since 2005. Kirtland finished the season 15-1, finished runner-up for the 6th time. The Hornets have played in 13 state championship games in the last 14 years and are 7-6 in those games. And finally, in Division 7, Maria Stein Marion Local blew out Jeromesville Hillsdale in a shutout 74-0. They extended their state record winning streak to 64 games and won their 15th state championship, which is the most of any school in state history, when they defeated Jeromesville Hillsdale to win the Division 7 state championship game. Marion Local finished with 345 total yards on 33 plays, while holding Hillsdale to 75 total yards. The Flyers' 74 points set a Division 7 title game record and ranked 2nd in state championship game history across all divisions. Marion Local completed its 4th consecutive 16-0 undefeated season. Hillsdale finishes 14-2 after advancing to its first state championship game. It marks the 6th time a school has won at least 4 straight football state titles, including Newark Catholic, 1984 to 1987. Cleveland St. Ignatius won 5 straight, 1991 to 1995, Marion Local, 2011 to 2014, Coldwater, 2012 to 2015, and Akron Archbishop Hoban, 2015 to 2018. We'll be back with more Ohio Sports Magazine after this on the Ohio News Network.
Hey, folks, it's game day, and the betting's going to be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right. You got to pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
If a friend asks how you're doing, and you say,
I'm okay.
When the truth is,
I don't want my problems to burden anyone.
Or you say,
hang it in there.
Because
if I ask for help, they'll just think I'm weak.
Then this is your sign to call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential support. Anytime. You don't have to hide how you feel.
Getting a live Christmas tree to plant after the holidays? Well, here are some tips. In the house, keep it away from heat sources that could wake it up out of dormancy. You don't want that. Dig your hole now before the ground freezes. Or if you plan to wait till spring, you need to protect roots from extreme cold with mulch or straw. And move it from the warm house to an unheated area like a garage temporarily to make the transition outside more gentle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Ohio chapter of the International Society of Arboriculture at treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
Tim Street is the Director of Communications for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and he joins us now on Ohio Sports Magazine. My friend, were you pleased with how the fall season went?
Hey, good morning, Jay. Yes, absolutely. We had a great fall season. We have 8 sports in the fall, and they all wrapped up very successfully, even with some new venues and with expanding the divisions in some sports. But we have a great staff, and we're able to pull it all together.
And you had a couple of state championships in the snow.
We did. You know, our football state championships wrapped up December 5, 6, 7. It had been a few years since we had played some state championship football in the snow, but we got it done this year. That Thursday night game in Canton made for some great photos and some great video, but certainly it was cold, that's for sure.
So let's turn our attention to winter sports season, and let's talk about the sports that are most frequently played, because when I looked at the list, there are a couple of surprises.
You're right. We are now into winter sports season, and basketball for boys and girls certainly is a very popular sport with a lot of our schools. Wrestling is also really high up there. There are a lot of wrestlers in Ohio, and both boys and girls. So this will be the third year now that the OHSA has sanctioned girls wrestling. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the country, not just Ohio. So certainly there's a lot of wrestling out there. But our winter sports season starts with swimming and diving. That is our first winter state tournament. That's toward the end of February. And then we go into gymnastics and bowling and ice hockey and wrestling, and then, of course, girls and boys basketball.
So the girls obviously wrestle girls. It's not coeducational wrestling, correct?
You are correct, right. Before we sanctioned girls wrestling, there was certainly a number of girls that wrestled against the boys, whether it's in practice or even in competition. That did happen. But now that we have sanctioned girls wrestling, there are a lot of schools that have a separate girls team, and we have a separate tournament series for the girls, and happy to say that they compete and wrestle for their state championships at the Schottenstein Center, right along with the boys. We have 3 divisions for boys wrestling and 1 for girls.
Girls sports are really on the rise right now. I interviewed earlier today. We talked to the folks from the Columbus Fury, which is the girls professional volleyball league. Do you think that the rise of women's professional sports is sparking interest at the high school level?
I sure do. Jay, that's a great point, that we have seen more and more professional women's sports, and I think that does trickle down to the high school level. And, volleyball for girls in Ohio has been a very popular sport for a long time, and now that we have a pro team, just makes it so much more visible, and girls know that they can achieve that, both, moving on to the college level and then the pro level. So certainly that certainly does help. But, you're right that the number of girls participating in sports continues to rise, and it's not just the traditional sports like basketball or volleyball or track and field when we get to the spring, but certainly more and more girls are wrestling and swimming and competing in gymnastics and a lot of sports that are certainly on the rise.
The sport that surprised me the most was bowling. Now, I know there's a Pro Bowlers Association, and I grew up watching Bowling for Dollars on a TV station in Cleveland. But I never thought of it as a school sport. How long have you guys been doing bowling?
2007 was our first year that we sanctioned bowling, and that's both girls and boys. And, bowling was the sport that I talked about a lot when I first started at OHSA, because at that time, bowling was our fastest growing sport. In Ohio and across the country, there were a lot of schools that had a club volleyball team. Maybe they had a group of students that enjoyed competing in bowling almost as a club. And when we made it a varsity sport and conducted a tournament series, it just exploded. The number of schools that have bowling teams now is one of our most popular sports. And, the thing that I love about bowling is that, there are a lot of kids that bowl for their school. And for a lot of them, that's the only sport that they do. No, not all of them, but a lot of them. That's the only sport that they participate in. And for decades, those types of kids were not known at their school. They were not varsity letter winners. They were not ever brought up in a pep rally or at a postseason banquet. Well, now they are. And now those kids wear a varsity letter jacket, and they get recognized by their school in their community and the media, and now they're varsity letter winners and competing for a state championship, just like the football team, just like the basketball team. So that's one of the stories that I love to tell about high school sports.
Yeah, that is exciting. So we've got 6 winter sports, and most involve boys and girls opportunities. And when is the end of the season for winter sports, and we turn our attention to baseball and the like?
Sure. Well, the month of March is that crossover month in Ohio where we conduct our state championships in the winter sports and our spring sports then start competing. Our spring sports do start practicing toward the end of February. Of course, that's mainly inside, in gyms and the hallways and in weight rooms. But they start competing toward the end of March. So, March is a very busy month for our schools because, schools and teams are making tournament runs in our winter sports, but they're also getting started with the spring sports.
Absolutely. We want to thank Tim Streed, Director of Communications for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and we will be back with more Ohio Sports Magazine after this on the Ohio News Network.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set the second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the Truehold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to Truehold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a Truehold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. Truehold.com.
Treat your family to savory Meyer ham and make any meal a holiday feast. Now through December 24th, a delicious Meyer spiral sliced half ham is just 79 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1, no clipping necessary. Discount automatically applied when your M-Perks ID is entered at checkout. Get a 12-pack of King's Hawaiian Rolls for just $3.99. Meyer brand canned vegetables are 39 cents each, and 16-ounce Meyer butter quarters are only $2.99. Incredible taste and low prices make the holidays a good deal better. Exclusions apply. Go to the Meyer app for details.
The holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Now through Sunday, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait. This is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays. Plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
Combat falling interest rates now. Lock in a 7-month certificate from Kemba Financial Credit Union and earn up to 4.5% annual percentage yield. Visit Kemba.org for details. Hurry! This exceptional rate offer expires December 31st, 2024. APY equals annual percentage yield. Restrictions apply. $500 minimum deposit required to open and earn stated APY and $250,000 maximum deposit. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Save big money on all your automotive needs right now at Menards. Get maximum protection for your vehicle with Menards 50/50 pre-diluted antifreeze and cooling. It guards against rust and corrosion and features an extended life coolant technology that's compatible for use in all automobiles, light-duty trucks, and motorcycles. Get everything you need for your automotive needs at Menards and view our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all our great deals.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Enjoy that sunshine yet again for the forecast. Today has mostly sunny to partly sunny skies. Temperatures will be a little bit milder in the mid-40s. And then for tonight, not as cold overnight with lows into the upper 30s, but we will see rain developing in the evening, overnight into Sunday morning. We'll see scattered showers on Sunday, otherwise cloudy skies, and our daytime highs getting in the mid to upper 40s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is ONN.
Six-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick shocked the college football world this week when he signed a 5-year, $50 million contract to coach football at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. The 72-year-old Belichick was rumored to want to return to the NFL after leaving the New England Patriots in 2023, but he'll now coach the Tar Heels in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Paul Feinbaum covers college football at large for ESPN and joined Bo Bishop and Tim May earlier this week on ONN affiliate WBNS FM in Columbus. Paul says he thinks the decision was made because the NFL offers weren't there like Belichick had wanted.
I think it's a very good move for both, and I think the real answer there, Bo, is that he did not have a way back to the NFL. He's a coach. He got a $10 million offer. And he said, you know what? I think I'd rather do that than be on the Manning cast and the McAfee show every week. It's a little more entertaining.
In terms of, real quick, just to follow up to that, Paul, what should, I guess, two parts. How good of a job is North Carolina? And number two, what should be expected? What should he be expecting in terms of results?
I think it's a very good job. I live in North Carolina, so I have a little better prism to that position than I used to. The expectations are not that high. The infrastructure there is strong, and there's a lot of money. And I think the most attractive part is the ACC. It isn't that challenging. I mean, listen, we just got through watching SMU and Clemson. Neither one of them are top, in anybody's book, top 10 teams. But they both punched a ticket to the playoffs. So I think that has to be inspirational. And the fact that he has, he'll have a GM, he'll have an infrastructure around him, and also the fact that he's trying to help his son get a head coaching job. You've seen this movie many times before, Bo.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, help the next generation. Hey, Paul, it's Tim May, man. Glad to hear from you again. Glad to hear you again.
Thanks, Tim.
The thing I'm interested in is North Carolina getting points somewhere for hiring senior citizen head coaches. I mean, that's an interesting part of this, right?
Well, I don't mean to sound like a lawyer, but they protected themselves on an age discrimination suit by firing a 73-year-old and hiring a 72-year-old. I mean, listen, I know there's a lot of cynics out there, and it's easy to be one. But in this case, I really believe this is one of the most significant hires that we've seen. I think if you go back to the last generation or so, it was obviously Saban and Urban Meyer. Mm-hmm. This one, it's been Deion Sanders, but really in many ways, Bill Belichick blows Deion Sanders away. I mean, he's got head coaching credentials. Deion really had very little at Jackson State. He basically had two of the best players in the country that came along with him. And, I think the real issue is, does a 17 or 18-year-old, is he attracted to Bill Belichick? And probably more important, is the current player in college football attracted to saying, you know what, I'll go there. But think about this. They had Sam Howell and Drake May in the last couple of years. Those are two top-flight quarterbacks. That can work in Chapel Hill. They just haven't won enough.
I was going to say, I mean, Bill can put his rings in a bag, and during Christmas season, it sounds like jingle bells, with his Super Bowl rings. Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask, you know where I grew up. I always give a shout out to my cousin Doug on your show. But the bottom line, he's an Auburn fan. I grew up an Alabama fan. But do you really think Alabama should have been in this playoff? I mean, what is your hot take on that?
Well, Tim, by itself, no. I mean, they weren't that great of a team, but that's not really what the issue was. The issue was, were they better than SMU? And the answer is absolutely. I mean, their resume was incredibly attractive compared to SMU's paltry resume. I think the SEC had too many contenders at the cut line, and frankly, it was just easier to say, you know what, we'll leave Alabama, South Carolina, and Ole Miss home. We've already kicked Miami out, so we'll take SMU as a consolation prize.
Paul, what is Greg Sankey very well. You and I have talked many times about his objective year one in expansion of playing the hits, and he did. Georgia played a ton of tough teams. Alabama played Georgia. They don't normally play. He got 3 teams in. As he reflects on that, and as that conference reflects on that, where are they?
Well, I'm pretty sure the first thing he did was sit down with Tony Petitti. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know he did. And say, you know what, Tony, I'm just paraphrasing. I'm guessing here. That wasn't a bad idea by getting those automatic qualifiers. And I think these two are going. I mean, listen, we're seeing it in Washington. We see it in leverage negotiations all the time. They're going to show up, for the 26 negotiations, which will happen very soon, and say we're not having a system like this. I think Sankey's biggest complaint, Bo and Tim, is that there's no oversight to what this committee does. This committee, to me, just acted like every other committee, whether it's a Little League committee or your Chamber of Commerce. They sat there watching the game, and SMU was out, and they had this heroic comeback against a pedestrian team, and they all sang Kumbaya. Anybody who thought Alabama was getting in after that 56-yard field goal doesn't understand the structure.
We'll be back with more Ohio Sports Magazine next on the Ohio News Network.
Morning Juice.
A lot of people don't really feel all that confident drinking before 11 o'clock in the morning. That's part of the problem.
Most people frown against drinking before the sun comes up.
Morning Juice. Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season, from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants, and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and GetGo.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Here we come a plumbing, we are known as Apex Pros. If you're plumbing,
honey, there's carolers at the door. I'm not sure what
your furnace goes out, there's no one near. Apex Pros comes running.
Something about furnaces and plumbing, I think.
If your furnace dies or your pipes aren't clear, electric trouble in your home, Apex Pros are near.
No, it's not very good, is it? Come in.
Heating and plumbing, electrical too. Apex Pros knows what to do.
No, not really Christmassy to sing about plumbing and furnaces, is it? Oh, yeah, they got that guarantee. What's that called?
5-star guarantee.
Are they listening out there? Can they hear what we're saying? Yeah, I probably should just lock the door.
Apex Pros, Apex Pros, Apex Pros, Apex Pros, you did Apex.com.
Year-end pricing. New Kias under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
$5? You see, Max, the holidays drive everyone crazy! Especially Great Lakes Kia.
Hi, mister. Did you hear? Year-end pricing.
Thanks, kid, but my credit's in the doghouse. No offense, Max.
If you've got a job, you ride.
A job, eh? Go on.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
New 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day. Save thousands.
Thousands?
And we have 0% financing.
I'm tingly. I can't take it.
You're happy.
New Kias under $5 a day.
During the season of New Tradition sales event.
Great cars.
Great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
Let's catch up on the Cincinnati Bengals with our Paul Keels.
Well, we get a chance this week to talk with Jeff Hobson, the emperor of Bengals.com. Butch, always good to talk with you, and especially when you consider how the Bengals game in Dallas turned out. I guess we all wanted to hope with all of these close calls that the percentages were in the Bengals' favor, that finally they'd get over the hump in one of them.
Yeah, you just didn't think the break would be like that. I mean, it was. Now I'm wishing they had saved it for a Super Bowl game or something, because that was the most massive break in the history of breaks. I mean, how often do you see the highlight of the game, your own block punt? And the guy screwed up for the guy for the Cowboys. He touched the ball when everybody in America knows you're not supposed to touch the ball, and Burrow and Chase did what they're supposed to do. I mean, it was you can see why these guys are the darlings of primetime.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get into Burrow and Chase and the offense and all of that, because of that special teams play, Butch, you got to reference Darren Simmons. He's been there forever as the special teams coach, and certainly this has to be the payoff on all of the drilling they do for situations like this.
Yeah, I mean, they knew what was going on, and the Cowboys didn't, and that's part of that's a big reason why Darren Simmons goes to the combine and sits with these guys and talks to them, and I think too is, I don't know though if he was so enraged by Muma giving up the block that I don't know if he's going to give him a break for getting the fumble. I know they didn't give him a game ball, which was, hey, that's a tough standard, because everybody who gets a turnover gets a game ball. Not Muma. He's not getting one because, unfortunately, he gave up the block. But, and I think we're going to have to start calling him Muma the metaphor, because that's exactly what it's been about for this team. Got beat on a play, came back, hung with it, made the play to win the game, and that's kind of where they are right now.
The legend of Muma Jungmeta. People will remember it. Butch, we certainly saw on display the great wavelength that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are on. Does it continue to amaze you even as much as you've watched it?
Yeah, here's a guy, and I kind of asked the question like this last night because I was so exasperated. How does the guy who's clearly the hottest receiver on the planet get the ball 14 times? I mean, they know he's going to get it, right? But yet the anticipation is so quick. You look at it and you think maybe the only way this is because they have played together for 6 years. Maybe this is a trend. Maybe guys go get their top receiver from college or something. But it is amazing. It's amazing to watch. And then they've been doing this. That play for the winner. Burrow said they've probably repped that every day for since 2018. So and you just realize that these big moments, this stuff happens naturally, like you or I brushing our teeth or something. That's what these guys do.
And it's certainly, we know where it sits, and we know that finance is involved in it, but this certainly provided both Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase the opportunity to campaign to get T. Higgins back in the fold next year. But that's a lot to wish for, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that was post-game giddiness or what, but, I guess if the salary cap goes up by about $200 million, but, we're in a new age now. I think the Bengals have proven that they're going to pay, and, they've obviously got a lot of faith in Joe because they talk a lot to Joe. He's basically, in this day and age, when a guy has a contract like that, he's a partner, really. Is he any different than that's what he is. He's your partner, looking to get the best results for everybody. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. I know they get this. To me, this looks like this is going to be the busiest off season, I would think, since that flurry in 2021 when they signed Hendrickson and Hilton had that big free agency. I think we're looking at another off season as busy, if not busier.
Butch, was this another great display of Chase Brown and all the things he brings, not only running but catching passes?
Well, yeah, he gets lost in it too. And there's the name. He's got we get two Chases who are doing exactly that. That's why they drafted him, Kielzo, and that's why they sent Mixon packing, which is a tough, that's a tough thing. Mixon's one of the top backs in the league, but, if he doesn't fit what you're doing. Clearly Chase Brown fits what these guys are doing. I mean, he just gets better and better. I mean, that play for the touchdown, he was there and then he was gone. That's what he does. He accelerates. He's always one of the top GPS guys in the league, and this is you can't get him. One step, he's gone. I mean, he's just like, he's really a lot like Jamar, a threat to go on any play. And they did it in the same game. Jamar did it for the win. Chase did it, for one of the touchdowns. And so, he fits their style more than Mixon. I mean, Mixon's a great player, and of course what he's done in Houston, that has, driven a lot of criticism. But if you quietly step back and look what Chase Brown has done, he's doing exactly what they signed him up to do, and he really fits with what Joe's, with Burrow's game, that shotgun game. Hell, I think he's got 5. I think Chase Brown has 5 straight games of 90 yards from scrimmage and 4 out of 5 with 100 yards from scrimmage. That's terrific production.
It certainly is. Jeff Hobson at Bengals.com. Butch, always appreciate your pearls of wisdom.
Kielzo, you're the best to the voice of Ohio, and have fun with hoops.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
If a friend asks how you're doing, and you say,
I'm okay.
When the truth is,
I don't want my problems to burden anyone.
Or you say,
hang it in there.
Because
if I ask for help, they'll just think I'm weak.
Then this is your sign to call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential support. Anytime. You don't have to hide how you feel.
Getting a live Christmas tree to plant after the holidays? Well, here are some tips. In the house, keep it away from heat sources that could wake it up out of dormancy. You don't want that. Dig your hole now before the ground freezes. Or if you plan to wait till spring, you need to protect roots from extreme cold with mulch or straw. And move it from the warm house to an unheated area like a garage temporarily to make the transition outside more gentle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Ohio chapter of the International Society of Arboriculture at treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
Now let's get some highlights from the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Here's producer Bodie Wells to set the scene.
Thanks, Jay. On the show this week, the guys chatted about the Cleveland Guardians sending Andreas Jimenez to the Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm not at all surprised. I told you guys in October, what if it's Jimenez is the one that goes because of the contract and because he hasn't lived up to it from an offensive standpoint?
Yeah.
And obviously you saw Rocchio starting to figure things out a little bit in the postseason. Hopefully that continues because he's the shortstop now going forward. I think we all assumed Bazzana was going to be the second baseman. They would move Jimenez to short, and Rocchio would be up out of here. That is not the case. Rocchio is going to be the shortstop now, and now you fill second base until Bazzana is ready. You presume at this point Bazzana will be the everyday second baseman at some point here in the future. So they were getting off the Jimenez money before that contract aged poorly. That's why I'm not surprised at all. I hated the Horowitz return. I don't like Spencer Horowitz. I didn't understand that part.
To catch the full breakdown, just search for the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and enjoy their daily content covering all things Cleveland sports. We'll be back to wrap up this week's Ohio Sports Magazine show here on the Ohio News Network.
The Buckeyes are playing Tennessee in a playoff game at the Shoe in December.
Live coverage starts Saturday the 21st at 2:30 with the Kick at 8.
Can the Bucks win the Natty? Will the pipes burst? Let's find out together. The Fan.
Shop Meijer for thousands of last-minute gifts without any shipping. All ready for pickup in-store today. Choose from select board and card games like Jenga and Guess Who, now just $10 or less. Save on select Lego playsets, now 30% off. And Melissa and Doug toys are 25% off. Get everything you need for the holidays in one stop at Meijer. And make your festive season a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron, did you know I invented one of the most important things in the whole toilet industry?
You did? What was it?
I invented jiggling the handle.
You did that? Doesn't everybody just...
Think back to the first time you jiggled the handle on a toilet that wouldn't stop running. It was because somebody shouted, "Jiggle the handle."
I guess now that I think about it.
Well, that person was told by somebody, and that somebody was told by somebody, and it all traces back to me.
Get Eco.
ECO.
So, as oppressive as that is, Jerry, you know people could just get Eco to come and fix their toilet so it doesn't run on.
That would also work, I guess.
Get Eco.
ECO.
And once we fix it, it's fixed. You don't have to jiggle the handle next time.
No, you're right. That is better.
Although we should keep passing your wisdom along, in case it happens at somebody else's house.
Thanks, Aaron.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Save big money on your next project right now at Menards, your lighting headquarters. Find the perfect lighting for your home with new selectable color temperature True Wave LED bulbs from Sylvania. Simply adjust the color temperature to change the lighting in a snap. Save big on Sylvania True Wave selectable color temperature light bulbs. Plus, don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Year-end pricing. New Kias under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
$5? You see, Max, the holidays drive everyone crazy! Especially Great Lakes Kia.
Hi, mister. Did you hear? Year-end pricing.
Thanks, kid, but my credit's in the doghouse. No offense, Max.
If you've got a job, you ride.
A job, eh? Go on.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
New 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day. Save thousands.
Thousands?
And we have 0% financing.
I'm tingly. I can't take it.
You're happy.
New Kias under $5 a day.
During the season of New Tradition sales event.
Great cars.
Great people. Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus.
GreatLakesKia.com.
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. Now back to Ohio Sports Magazine on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Jay Fox.
Big thank yous to Tim Street and Angel Perez from the Columbus Fury for being guests this week on Ohio Sports Magazine. Thanks to all of our Locked On podcast contributors this week as well. For Bodie Wells, Eric Reeser, and Paul Keels, I'm Jay Fox. Thanks for listening to Ohio Sports Magazine. Join us next week right here on the Ohio